Coming up on Cedar Valley today, people of Waverly connect through board games. The Vogel Library is looking for volunteers to represent the student body. Christina Alexander takes us live on the new pedestrian path behind Clinton Hall. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Kaylin Thompson. A new gaming community is on the rise in the Cedar Valley. Christina Alexander has the story.
The Friendly Meeple is a new board game group in Waverly. It was started by a Wartburg alum, Abrielle Dixon, and her husband last summer, with the goal of starting a community around board games and connecting people. The name, Friendly Meeple, plays a big part.
When we thought about portraying ourselves, how do we want the community to know us, we wanted to be a place that was friendly and welcoming and anybody could come and feel welcome. So Friendly Meeple just kind of stuck.
Abrielle and her husband recently moved back to Waverly from Arizona so they could be more connected to a smaller community and invest in people. One of the most important things to them is creating a place for everyone.
Kind of bridging generations and having a place that maybe a grandparent and a grandchild could come and play. We have lots of parents and children play, and then also just people who are, their family doesn't play at all, so they are looking for a place to be able to play.
Daniel Karpuzian, one of the regulars at the Friendly Meeple events, often brings his son and says that it is a great opportunity for them to connect, and that is why groups like these are important in the community.
Bring people together from diverse backgrounds, from diverse tastes, diverse interests, and that's really what builds a community.
The Friendly Meeple usually meets 3 times a month, and all of the information can be found on their Facebook page. For Cedar Valley Today, this is Christina Alexander.
The Cedar Falls Public Library is offering residents a memoir writing session. This will be the first of 6 1.5-hour Tuesday morning sessions on memoir writing led by freelance writer Jackie McTaggart. The sessions are full of fun and laughter, plus they are a great way to meet new people. The event begins at 10:30 in the morning. Wartburg's Vogel Library serves students campus-wide, but is now looking for a little help from the student body. The Vogel Library Student Advisory Board is looking for volunteers to join the group and help represent the Wartburg student body. Board members act as a go-between for students and the director of the library, Curtis Brundy. General Secretary Blake Shipman says the board's main concerns are library effectiveness and making improvements. Improvements are suggested through a yearly survey created by the Student Advisory Board. If interested in joining, contact Blake Shipman at blake.shipman@wartburg.edu. The group meets about once a month. Another building on campus is gearing up for changes of their own. Clinton Hall's renovations are causing the driveway behind Clinton to be closed off to all foot traffic. Cedar Valley Today's Christina Alexander is live from the updated pedestrian walkway to give us more.
Thanks, Galen. The renovations to Clinton Hall have caused the college to close down the driveway between Clinton Hall and the football field. For the students that usually use the driveway as a route, the fence to Walton Hoover Stadium will be open. The college hopes that pedestrians can change their route without much trouble. Also, the walkway between Founders and Clinton will be closed. Founders students are encouraged to use an alternate route as well. Also, some of the exits to Founders have seen some changes too. Signs have been placed on the doors to determine which exits to use and which ones not to use. For Cedar Valley Today, this is Christina.
Thank you, Christina. Police are searching for suspects in a come-and-go robbery. We have more on the story after the break. This Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Waverly Health Center will be hosting a bullying prevention workshop at Tendrils Rooftop Garden. Community partners, educators, and professionals will help develop an empowerment curriculum for school-aged girls. Attendees will work closely with one another to create a one-of-a-kind program addressing the factors likely to increase bullying behavior. Some Waverly residents found out what it's like to shoot a policeman's pistol this past week. During the most recent Citizens Police Academy, participants were able to shoot firearms. The class learned how to find their dominant eye before shooting the service rifles. They were also taught a couple of drills using the on-duty pistols. Some of these drills practice shooting in low-light situations. The Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers are looking for public help in solving some cases in Waterloo, as the Waterloo Police Department are continuing a search in an ongoing robbery investigation. The Waterloo Police Department says the Come and Go on San Marinon Drive was robbed early in the morning of March 14th. The robber showed a gun, demanded money, and ran away after receiving that money. They are currently pursuing the male whose face is visible in this picture as a witness in the case. Anyone with information is encouraged to call the Waterloo Police Department at 319-291-4340. A cash reward is available. The Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers are also looking for an unregistered sex offender. Sean Roan Kirk Pogue of Waterloo was originally convicted in February of 2002 in Highland Park, Illinois. He now has a warrant placed on him on the grounds that he failed to register. Anyone with information on Pogue is encouraged to call the Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers at 855-300-TIPS. A cash reward is also available. After the break, we take a look at what is trending in the Cedar Valley. Stay with us. Here's what's trending in the Cedar Valley. People in the Cedar Valley are able to microchip their pet for a reduced cost at the Cedar Bend Humane Society until Friday, April 1st. No appointment is necessary for this. The microchips increase the likelihood of you finding your pet if they ever become lost, as they offer permanent pet identification. A vet or animal shelter uses a scanner to detect the microchip, as it provides a unique ID number to each pet. That ID number is then linked to your contact information in a databank. For more information, you can visit their website at www.cedarbendhumane.org. Hawkeye Community College will be holding a spring career fair where students can learn tips and strategies for a successful career. It will be held today from 2:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon in the Health Education and Services Center building on their main campus and will showcase over 50 employers. Now let's take a look at your local weather.
Are you a high school senior passionate about becoming a writer, producer, editor, or even a cinematographer?
Wartburg College's Department of Journalism and Communication wants students like you to join our award-winning creative community.
We've created a digital cinema and production program centered on real-world experiences, with the goal of helping you master digital skills in video, audio, and live production.
You'll have the opportunity to work in our digital production control room, live recording studios, and have access to our full line of digital cinema gear.
This program is designed for digital creatives who want to explore areas such as screenwriting, producing and directing, digital cinematography and lighting design, music production and digital audio recording, live video production and streaming.
We're committed to training the next generation of digital storytellers. For more information about Wartburg's Department of Journalism and Communication, find us online and on Facebook.
This week on Wellness Wednesday, we look at the 5 ways to increase your health. Joining us now to tell us more is speaker and educator Luann Alameo. Thank you for joining us this morning.
It's always a pleasure, Kaylin.
Thanks so much. So 5 ways to improve your health. What are those 5?
Well, first of all, we need to improve our bones. That's something that we need to do, and we're going to learn how to increase our fiber. We're going to eat mindfully. We're going to track what we're eating, and we're going to learn how to use spices.
Okay, great. And so what's kind of the hardest one to maybe do for your body, I guess?
I think probably track what you're eating, because we don't want to take the time to do that. But if, let's say, for instance, if we're putting on weight or we want to add weight, tracking what you eat is probably the best way to do it. And it's just journaling. And I'm talking about every single bite of food.
Oh, wow. And even gum, because that
even
chewing.
Gum does have some calories. So
Definitely.
anyway.
Yeah, so going through all 5, I guess, what can you tell us about each 5 tip?
Well, let's start off with improving your bones. And, we only have one set of bones. And after we turn about 18, your bone density is pretty much determined. So it's up to you to keep your bones at their intensity and at their bone level. So we all know that calcium is one of those ways that we can increase bones. But I have some broccoli here because people forget about the plant sources that provide calcium. Right. All our dark green leafy fruits and vegetables, and we want people to eat more of those, do provide calcium. Dairy is a great source, but people forget about these because we want you to consume 8 to 9 fruits and vegetables in a day, and plant sources, and our body actually metabolizes those much easier.
Right. I often forget about that because when I think calcium, I think of dairy.
That's right.
Next one's eat more spices. So I guess what can you tell us about the spices?
Well, I put an array here of spices. Spices are one of those things that we've talked about, Kaylin, the blue zones, the areas where the people live the longest and the healthiest. And one of the things that they do is they incorporate spices into their food. Spices are one way to really flavor food, plus add lots of antioxidants and health benefits to our food. So we can have things besides salt, fat, and sugar. We can have things such as basil and turmeric and cumin, and things that really flavor our food. Right. And that's one way we can cut out calories, is just by adding spice.
Definitely. And so increase your fiber. What about this one?
Well, we need to have 38 to 42 grams of fiber. And most people think, well, that sounds like a lot. But let's say you have a smoothie for breakfast, that's usually about 3 fruits. And let's say you have a salad for lunch, you add some broccoli and some of those fibrous foods, you're already up to 5 or 6. And then you only have 2 or 3 at dinner. And then maybe you have a snack with some fruit in between. You grab an apple, you grab a clementine, a banana. It's really easy. But if you reach for some of the other foods, such as chips, crackers, the donut, a piece of cake, then you're not going to receive those. And then you're going to have some other issues, because fiber is really, really important. One of the ways we can get those is our whole grain. So if you like oatmeal or quinoa or rice or any of those kinds of things, that's a great way to get it in. And most Americans only get into the single digits of fiber, and then we have health issues later.
Definitely. So I guess avoid the empty calories, but use that colorful plate of the fruits and vegetables, which kind of goes along with eat mindfully and track what you're eating, correct?
Right. Eating mindfully just means kind of savoring the bite. And you'll notice when you incorporate spices, you'll really taste the spices. And that's, again, eating mindfully. There's many other cultures that actually, when they take a bite of food, it's more of a sensory experience. They taste it and feel it and smell it. And, we're used to even eating in our lap in our car. Right. And we don't really get the sensory perception of food. And so eating mindfully will also cut down the calories, and you'll enjoy your food so much more. And then plus you have friends and family to do it with, hopefully.
Yep, so it's an experience, and all 5 work together to overall improve your health. So
exactly.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We'll be back after the break.
What's next for your future?
Will it be worth it?
Will it lead you on a journey of discovery?
To embrace your passions.
Unlock your potential?
And realize your purpose.
With Wartburg, you can.
And you will, because you are worth it.
Wartburg. Worth it.
Schedule your campus visit and learn how Wartburg is worth it at wartburg.edu/worthit.